Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Josh Chapman, and today I will be joined by Larry Carter, and today's show is sponsored by Women's Life Insurance Society. Larry, how are you?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you. So we were talking. We just met, talking a little heating and cooling.
Yes, sir.
And all the fun things that go along with that. But today we're talking about the new charitable endeavor that you're starting to help support folks in our community. Can you kind of tell us what it is and how you got your start?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously we're heating and cooling contractors. We've been in business for 20 years, and our main area is at the Yale and surrounding areas. And we've been working with SEMCO on some programs over the last 5 years. This particular program is called the Energy Waste Reduction Act. Okay. And they get a budget for that every year. And what it is they help lower income people provide hot water heaters or furnaces for people that can't afford them. The trick is they have to be high efficiency. Correct. In the SEMCO program. But the problem is, after a while of doing that, I realized we have a lot of LP customers. And if you're not a SEMCO customer, you can't be a part of that program. Mm-hmm. So who helps the people on LP, for example? Yeah. And also that program has gotten a little bit more stringent over the years as far as how much they're able to give in certain situations, whatever the budget is. And they're starting to look at this year now, can the clients come up with any money at all? Right. You know, and a lot of times you have, low-income people, you have a little old lady, on $12,000, $13,000 a year Social Security or disability. Right. You can't afford a furnace and a water heater. Right. And so that's what originally gave me the idea to start the heating fund. This is something that kind of came to me a couple of years ago. But it takes time to come into fruition, and you have to, attorneys and all of that stuff and get your 501c3 status. And so we've accomplished all of that. And we want to, basically the heating fund is a charity to help people that may have the SEMCO program that we could help fill in. Possibly in the future, we're looking at maybe helping with some utility bills, things like that. Okay. But mostly getting people hot water and heat that can't afford it or never would be able to or can't qualify for the financing. So there's going to be some vetting procedures, can you get it, can you finance, et cetera. And then kind of that resort of, okay, we need to help this person. Yeah. And we've done, before this happens, I've done it to where, if I don't do something, this person's going to have no heat, And so I've done it where I've just went ahead and put a furnace in, but how many times can you do that and stay in business, right? Yeah. And so that's what kind of
complicated in our sector.
Yeah, so that's what gave me the idea, and we've been putting it together for a couple of years. Kimberly, who works for me, came up with a really nice logo for it, and we're starting to put that together, get some letterhead together. We've got our bank accounts open. We've had a few donations so far. And we have a local pastor, Denny Collins, is going to be the director. Okay. And so that kind of separates me to a little bit, because obviously Carter Mechanical is going to be doing the work, and so we want a separation there, if you will, because we just want to try to help as many people as we can. And we're starting right now in the Yale community in the 3 zip codes that the Yale School District serves right now. Okay. Yes, sir.
And so I want to take you back, just for our watchers at home, the folks who are not on SEMCO that are LP. Yes. What does that mean? So somebody at home is like LP. What
liquid propane.
There you go.
So they have somebody that has propane or let's say they have fuel oil, can't afford fuel oil, and they need to get into propane. We can take that fuel oil system out, put a LP liquid propane system in.
Well, and I think that's important, right? Because that's cost-wise, that costs a little bit more making that initial.
Oh, absolutely. You have to run gas lines and services that they didn't have previously.
Yeah. So if I understand right, really what you're saying is there's kind of you guys are hoping to fill the gap, right? So if somebody comes along, if somebody's eligible for the Waste Reduction Act and they say, hey, we will give you X towards a new furnace, and that sounds good, but to your example of the person who's living on Social Security, where as things have gotten more expensive, their cost of living has not necessarily increased on par. Yes. And so what your charitable organization is going to do is going to kind of step inside, vet, and then fill the gap of, if it's $800, $1,000, take care of the work.
Absolutely.
Outstanding. Denny's going to run kind of the day-to-day, do the vetting. Yes. So for folks that want to, those that are eligible in the Yale School District, where can they go to find out a little bit more about this program?
They can come to Carter Mechanical.
Okay, so they go right to you and then you pass it. Okay.
Yeah, we're right on Main Street there in downtown Yale. Yeah, they can come in, find out any information they want. We're working on getting more information out there.
Okay.
We're going to be working with the Yale Expositor. I have to give Barb a call, and she's not even aware yet, but I know that she's going to be really happy.
She knows now.
She knows now, yeah, and she's going to be really happy to hear about what we're doing. We try to get involved in the community as much as possible there in the Yale community. I'm on the DDA there, and so I do get a little bit of say-so in fixing up our town, if you will, in the downtown district. And it's a great little town. It's a nice, tight knit little town. But there's still a lot of people out there that need some help. And heating and cooling, the costs of heating and cooling are not going down. They're extremely. I mean, we're up 80% from where we were just a couple of years ago. And it's across the board. It's everywhere, right? So it's only getting more expensive in heating and cooling, especially with the new. Their green energy deal that they're coming out with, it's completely going to change air conditioning nationwide, ultimately. It's going to change the entire industry, and they're not giving us a lot of time. It changes January 1st of 2025 with new refrigerants, all types of different new equipment, and the costs are just going to keep rising. And so, like I say, there's a lot of people who need some help. So we want to try to help fill that gap, like you say.
If someone's watching and they want to learn a little bit more about the charity or potentially give, where can they go? Do they go to Carter Mechanical as well?
They go to Carter Mechanical currently. We're still working on, we're probably going to set up a domain and a website, and all of those things are coming. It's just time and getting things.
You're in the fun stage. You're in the launch stage.
We are. It is. It's a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the community. And we we do a lot of commercial work as well. And so we work, in outlying areas. We still have one account left in Detroit that we still service.
Gotcha.
But we want to be able to go do that and bring those resources back to the community we live in, and that our kids go to school, and and help that community. And hopefully, we'll see how it goes from there. We've done some food truck things and stuff like that in the past as well. But really, we're going to mainly concentrate just on the heating and hot water and helping fill the gap, utility bills, as we start, and we'll see kind of how it grows. And I'm sure there's some other things we want to get involved in, and we want to work with some of the other local. We want to work with local churches, local charities. We're really great, heavy sponsors of Spiro, the Pregnancy Center. And so we'll probably partner with some of these guys on some fundraising and things like that. We've got a lot of good ideas, moving. And
coming down the pipe.
It is exciting. Well, it is a lot of fun getting it started.
Well, that's outstanding. Well, congratulations on a noble endeavor, and I hope you're not that busy this winter, but glad to know that you guys are going to be there to take care of folks in our community.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us on Spotlight.